The National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 25.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Or should I say Dean Olson, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll get forward for about a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Taking off. And Wilson's been doing this a long time. He knows the drill, slides to avoid the contact, and picks up the first down.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
They're gonna run out of the gun, and here's Harris. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. Another run here with Harris. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. This one grabbed by Austin. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on fourth down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
He'll push forward for about a yard. T.J. Edwards there on the stop. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. So, not much to speak of in terms of scoring in that first quarter of play. What will the second quarter have in store? We're back to Soldier Field after this. Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Harris. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. To the goal line and in. Mike Williams. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Scott now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
As the quarterback takes the field, Mike, it feels like there might be a little bit extra pressure than your standard opening drive. The other team did such a great job taking up the entire first quarter, not only finishing with a touchdown, but letting you know you don't have all day. You might not get a million possessions here to try to score. Every time you have the ball, you better take advantage of it, because every time you give it back to your opponent, it could be a while before you see it again.
Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with DeAndre Swift. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Second down and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Soldier Field following this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He's got his big target, Everett. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that. They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2. He'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Chicago.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it, and the Bears come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Steelers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. Now Russ. He'll let this one go long for Williams. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First and 10. Now Wilson. This one complete to Washington. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Throwing again, Wilson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryermuth. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. So, 1 touchdown apiece for our 2 teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Williams going to keep it on the zone read. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Here's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the 2nd phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So 4th down, and the Aussie, Torrey Taylor, on to kick it away. Back deep to receive is Calvin Austin. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Wilson. He finds Austin with the grab. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Wilson. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Wilson will throw again. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Bears offense ready to get back at it. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. Off he goes. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's a run with Swift. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. To the left side, he's got Komet. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He pulls it in around the 5.
right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. That one, taken in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Bears will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's pulled in. Najee Harris. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
It's into the hands of Pickens once again. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Here's first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. We drop this down to Warren. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1 And a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius.
Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that two-point play. Barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Here's 1st and 10. Down to a knee goes Williams. And that should wrap this baby up. Second and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Bears. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out the 1-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from along the lakefront at Soldier Field in Chicago.